These are some of the most difficult times that we've faced in our lives. The entire world has been struggling to contain COVID for the best part of a year now. And understandably, many of us have found it really hard to maintain some semblance of a normal life. And this is really taking its toll on our mental well-being. So it's perhaps more important than ever that we take some time to look after ourselves and those around us. And as the UK and much of Europe enters into national lockdowns, I would like to share some simple strategies for looking after the health of your brain and well-being over the coming months. Welcome to episode 12 of Better Brain, Better You, where we're cultivating healthy brains and mental wellness at every stage of life, from troubled teens to older adults. I'm your host, Dr. Ben Webb. Thank you for taking the time to tune in today. I'm so glad you can join us for today's episode. I want to get super practical with you today and share some strategies to help you look after your brain health and well-being during the upcoming lockdown and beyond. But before we get started, if you're interested in increasing your awareness and your understanding of your brain health and its really important connection to your well-being, we've designed a free mini course to help you get started on this journey. The mini course, called Brain Health and Wellbeing, is completely free. So please do go up and sign up for the course at ologyonlinecourses.com/brain health. That's ologyonlinecourses.com/brain health. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'll pin the link in the comments below. Okay, so we know that when you sleep well and relax, eat well, exercise your body and brain regularly, and lead an active social life, it cultivates a healthy brain. And there's a huge body of scientific evidence that a healthy brain helps you to mentally perform better and enhances your emotional well-being. The other side of the coin, however, is that when you are sleep deprived, eat unhealthy foods, abuse your body with smoking, drugs and alcohol, lead a sedentary life and a lonely life, or don't regularly stimulate your brain, it can lead you to feeling mentally and emotionally unwell. Introducing and maintaining just some of these pillars of brain health can be hard enough under normal circumstances, but doing this is particularly challenging when we're stuck at home without the stimulation and social connections of normal life. So I want to share some practical lifestyle strategies that will help you maintain and enhance your brain health and well-being during lockdown. The first thing to consider and to ask yourself while living under lockdown is, what can I control? You can't control the past. You can't control other people's opinions and beliefs. You can't control other people's mistakes. You can't control what other people think about the situation we find ourselves in or the search for a vaccine. But you can control the choices you make and how you behave. You can control the words you use. You can control how you respond to the feelings that you're having. And you can control your boundaries. And you can control how you care for both yourself and others around you. So if you can have a clear mindset about the boundaries of what is in your control and what you're unable to have any influence or control over, it can really help with changing and maintaining healthy habits and a healthy lifestyle whilst you're living in a constrained environment, as most of us will be again within our homes and in our local neighbourhoods. So when you have a control mindset, it makes it much easier to introduce brain healthy habits into your lifestyle. And a very effective way of introducing any new habit into your life, but one that will be particularly helpful during a lockdown, is to scale it back so that it's super tiny and easily achievable. Let's say you're going to exercise more. That might mean you might start by walking around the block, or doing 3 sit-ups, or even just 1 sit-up. You make it so simple that it's almost like you have no excuse not to do it. So even when you're tired, or you have no energy, or you're in a rush, or you're sick, or you're distracted, it's so tiny that you can still do it. Then do you find where it fits naturally in your existing routine at home? Ask yourself, what does this habit come after? For example, exercising might come after you've taken the kids to school, or your morning cup of tea, or you've answered your emails. Immediately after one of those might be the perfect time for you to exercise. And now you can walk more or do more sit-ups if you want to. That's fine, but the habit is just tiny. You only do a walk around the block if that's all you want to do. The third trick, in addition to making it tiny and then using an existing routine to remind you of it, is to hack your brain by calling up a positive emotion, by celebrating, whether that's fist pumps, raising your arms, doing a little dance, singing Eye of the Tiger in your head, whatever it is that helps you feel successful, that's what will help wire in the habit. So I know this sounds cheesy, but it tricks your brain into associating your new habit with a pleasurable experience, which will help you repeat the new habit again and again. Try it. It really works if you keep repeating the association of the habit with a pleasurable experience. And as you make these small changes and feel successful, the way you think about yourself starts to change. Your identity starts to change. So you might well begin to think, oh, I'm the kind of person who exercises regularly, or I'm the kind of person who meditates, or I'm the kind of person who eats healthily. Even if it's just super tiny, as you start thinking of yourself in those ways, you find other opportunities to exercise or meditate or to eat brain healthy foods. So the habit will naturally start propagating to other parts of your life. When you learn how to feel good about your successes, no matter how tiny, then that will change how you think about yourself and your opportunities. Okay, so now you have a control mindset and a simple framework for introducing brain healthy habits at home during lockdown. Let's look at how to introduce them and their benefit for your well-being. Okay, so let's start with exercise, because aerobic exercise is great for both brain and body. Not only does aerobic exercise or regular aerobic exercise improve brain function by helping to grow new brain cells, it also acts like a first aid kit for damaged brain cells, slowing down mental decline and delaying the onset of dementia as we get older. However, sometimes it's kind of hard to start moving. If you've been sedentary and you've not moved for a while, it's good just to try some small doses of exercise, something that you can achieve, something that seems achievable to you. That can be any kind of movement. So even if it's just in your front room and you're shadow boxing or you're dancing or you're moving your arms, it often helps to pick a song, for example, that you like and pick a movement to that song and stretch and play or shadow box just to get you started with this feeling of movement. And then you can get into this cycle where you realize that actually even these small amounts of movement can actually really start to make you feel good. So something small and something really achievable, that's the place to start. But if music's not your thing, then try to find something that you do love to do. Something which you really enjoy doing that's going to require you to move. So a good example might be walking your dog. You could jog with your dog instead of walking. Or if you love nature, then you could go walking in the woods, go near where there are some animals, or even just in your local park. We're still allowed to walk for regular exercise to try and find some nature near to you. That's going to encourage you to get out there and to move. So next up are nutrients to nourish your brain while you're stuck at home. Certain foods are particularly high in nutrients needed to create protect and repair brain cells. They also supply the building blocks of brain chemicals that control how you learn and remember, how happy and motivated you are, and how well you can relax and enjoy life. Foods that are rich in essential brain nutrients will protect you against a variety of mental disorders now and degenerative brain diseases like dementia and Alzheimer's in the years to come. So I want to just share with you 5 of the best of these brain foods, as we call them, and the remarkable things they can do for your brain health and mental well-being, so you can cook up a brain feast while you're at home. I've got a more extensive list of 12 brain foods and a free guide that you can grab at ologyonlinecourses.com/brain foods. Okay, so first, fatty fish are a major dietary source of omega-3 essential fatty acids, which are the building blocks of brain cells. It's no exaggeration to say that the quality of your brain cells depend on the availability of these healthy fats. So eating fish is also a proven mood booster. It can help to keep depression at bay, including postnatal depression and seasonal affective disorder. But by far the best sources are cold water, oily fish such as herring, salmon, mackerel, and sardines. Second are eggs, which sharpen your memory and lubricate your learning. They're our number one food source of choline, which is a precursor of acetylcholine, a brain chemical that plays a central role in memory and learning. If you feel like you're experiencing senior moments, you may well be deficient in acetylcholine, because most of us actually are. Third are berries of all kinds, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries, which are an antioxidant powerhouse. They are bursting with flavonoids, a group of potent antioxidants that protect brain cells from damage. They may also help to prevent age-related mental decline as well. Fourth are avocados, which are mostly made of monounsaturated fats, the same healthy kind found in olive oil, and support the production of acetylcholine. That's the memory and learning brain chemical I just mentioned. Avocados are high in tyrosine, which is an amino acid that's a precursor to dopamine, the brain chemical that keeps you motivated, focused, and helps you experience pleasure. And last up is kale, which is in season now and is one of the most nutrient-rich vegetables in the world. One serving of kale contains nearly as much vitamin C as an orange, which acts as a natural antidepressant by increasing the neurotransmitter serotonin, the so-called happy chemical. Kale is also a good source of B vitamins, which have recently been shown to dramatically reduce brain shrinkage in the part of the brain most affected by Alzheimer's. But if kale's not your thing, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts are all good substitutes. So next up, and way more important for your brain health and well-being than most people realise, is your sleep. If you are chronically sleep deprived over successive years, it actually increases your chances of developing Alzheimer's. When you sleep well, a good 7 to 8 hours per night, your brain's waste disposal cells clear out the biological byproducts left in your brain by all the processing that's gone on between your ears during the day. One of those waste products is a sticky protein called beta amyloid, which kills brain cells and causes the brain degeneration we see in Alzheimer's disease. So if you don't get your full complement of sleep every night, this deadly protein gradually builds up over successive years, increasing your chances of developing Alzheimer's disease. So let's have a look at 5 of the best strategies to help you sleep better. First up, make sure your room is dark and that you are not looking at bright light sources like a screen or a phone in the last hours before bed. The blue light on screens and phones actually tells your brain it's time to wake up. Second, go to bed and wake up at approximately the same time every day, regardless of whether it's during the week or the weekend. This trains your brain and your body into a regular sleep cycle. I've actually been doing this for several months now, and it really works. In fact, I can't lie in at the weekend now, even if I want to, but the benefits I get from sleep, is that I actually sleep well most nights. So third, keep the temperature in your bedroom cool at night, maybe even cooler than you might think. It should not be more than 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Body temperature needs to drop about 5 degrees before your brain can initiate sleep. Lowering room temperature tells your brain it's time to sleep. Fourth, if you have trouble falling asleep or waking in the night feeling restless, don't stay in bed awake. That actually trains the brain that your bed is not a place for sleeping. Instead, get up and read a book under dim light in a different room, and when sleepiness returns, then go back to bed. Fifth and finally, don't have caffeine or alcohol late in the day, ideally not after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Both interfere with sleep, either keeping you awake or stimulating frequent wake-ups during the night. So finally, regularly stimulating your brain is also a great way of promoting good brain health throughout life. But particularly as we get older, it's really important. Regularly engaging in mentally stimulating activities such as reading, writing, playing games, solving puzzles, studying, learning, activities that mentally challenge you can help to maintain good brain health. You might already be doing many of these things as you go about your daily home and work life. However, if you're not working and you're not regularly interacting and socializing with people, it's really important to keep your brain stimulated. So stimulating your brain with challenging mental activities helps to reduce your risk of mental decline as you get older as well. So we can start to take control of our brain health and well-being by adopting a control mindset and introducing tiny, achievable habits and reward ourselves when we do them. So I hope this approach will help you to introduce brain healthy habits like regular exercise, eating nutritious brain foods, regularly sleeping 7 to 8 hours per night, and engaging in mentally stimulating activities to look after your well-being during the upcoming lockdown and beyond. But before we finish, if you'd like to increase your awareness and understanding of your own brain health and its really important connection to your well-being, I've designed a free mini course to help you get started on your journey of discovery. The mini course is called Brain Health and Wellbeing, and it's completely free. So please do go and sign up for the course at ologyonlinecourses.com/brain health. That's ologyonlinecourses.com/brain health. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'll pin the link in the comments below. So thank you so much for spending time with me today. I hope those strategies prove to be useful for you over the coming months. And please do take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon.